What's up, everyone? It's Chris Braverman, and I am playing WWE 2K19 for the Xbox One. You saw me, I got started with the Universe mode, my old school WWF Universe mode, and I dubbed it the Golden Generation because it's a mix between the WWF Golden Era and the WWF New Generation. So like the 80s and up until the mid 90s, that's my era. So I'm calling it the WWF Golden Generation. All right. Simultaneously, I am Twitch streaming right now. I just got on Twitch. I don't know what I've been waiting for, but it's long overdue, and I'm finally on Twitch. So look for me on Twitch under Chris Braverman. I'll be filming some stuff and streaming at the same time sometimes. So just be on the lookout for that, please. If you could support me, follow me, subscribe to me, and just support me on Twitch. That would be awesome. The way you support me on YouTube, that would be cool. Anyway, I've made some updates to my WWF Golden Generation, or my Universe mode here in WWE 2K19. So let me show you what I did. I've actually added new superstars. So let me show you who they are really quickly. So I've got a new Atom Bomb. Actually, I know he was in the last video, but I've added a new Atom Bomb that looks way better. And by the way, these wrestlers here that you see, they're not in the game. I downloaded them from Community Creations. There's a lot of awesome community creators that make these wrestlers. So a big, very big thank you to all those guys. I don't remember them by name, and unfortunately, like the created wrestlers here, it doesn't say their names in this menu. So that sucks, but whoever created these guys, thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for allowing me to use them. So anyway, let me show you the additions that I've made to my WWF old school Universe mode here in 2K19. So yeah, new skin, Atom Bomb. Wait, this is not the right way to do that. That's not the right way to do that. Let me show you here. Okay. So superstars. All right. So new skin, Atom Bomb. This is my official roster for the Golden Generation WWF. New skin, Atom Bomb. I just downloaded Adrian Adonis. And Johnson has been there. I just downloaded Al Snow, and I'm teaming him with Marty Jannetty. They'll be reforming the New Rockers. I don't know if you guys remember that. They're in the new generation of WWF. He does have his Al Snow attire with the help me on his forehead, but I like the Rockers Al Snow. Leif Cassidy, for those of you who don't remember. What else? Arn Anderson and Axe have been there. Bad News Brown, just downloaded him. So he'll be a cool addition, for the lower card and mid card even. Barry Windham just downloaded with his US Express attire. He'll be cool to use and play around with. Big John Studd just downloaded. Billy Gunn. I'm going to change him to his Smoking Guns attire, so be on the lookout for that. Bob Sparkplug Holly. You guys know that I had him as Hardcore Holly, and then I said I was going to alter him to his Bob Sparkplug Holly. That didn't work out too well, but fortunately someone on Community Creations made Bob Sparkplug Holly. This is my favorite Bob Holly, and I'm loving it. The attire looks awesome, so you shall be seeing him very shortly in my Universe mode. I know there was someone who made a comment in my last video to let them know when I have Bob Sparkplug Holly. He's here, and I'm going to comment on that video very shortly and let you know that I have him, so you can find out where to get him, who made him and whatnot. Bret Hart just changed him to his Hart Foundation attire. Brian Knobbs has been there. Oh, British Bulldog just changed him to his British Bulldogs attire. Bruiser Brody, I just downloaded him. Who else? Crush. I had Crush, but under his Demolition attire, persona. But now I got him like his heel WWF run, which it looks pretty awesome, by the way. Dick Murdoch. Not sure if I can say that word, the D word that I just said. Whoever created him, they made sure to leave out the Dick part. Dick Murdoch. I don't even know why I'm emphasizing on this, but yeah, it's like a bad word, but it's also a name. So I'm like afraid to say it. So I don't want to not be able to monetize my videos because of that word, but it's a name, right? So I'll just call him D Murdoch. I just downloaded him, Murdoch. Dino Bravo, he's been there. Dynamite Kid, he's been there. Who else? Oh, Fatu. I just downloaded Fatu. For those of you who don't know, that is Rikishi. Rikishi Fatu, his early days in the World Wrestling Federation. He was a head shrinker. Let's see, Tenryu, just downloaded him. I love him. He's one of my favorite wrestlers from Japan and whatnot. He did have a short stint at WWF, so I want to add him back in. Giant Gonzales is here as well. Found him on Community Creations. He looks awesome. Wait till you guys see him. Whoever created him did an awesome, spectacular job. Greg Valentine has been there. Haku, I think you guys saw him before. He was just in his King attire, King Haku attire, but I took off the whole King stuff. I'm not dealing with that. We only have we only have room for one King, and that's this King, Harley Race. Not that Haku shouldn't be a King, but I like Haku like more of the rugged brawler dude, you know, that. So let's just reserve the King stuff for Harley Race, which I just downloaded as well. Hercules Hernandez, we saw here, Power and Glory. I'm very much looking forward to using Hercules and Paul Roma, Power and Glory. Honky Tonk was there, Hogan was there, IRS was there. Oh, by the way, IRS, it's tax season, guys. Get ready to do your taxes. Get your returns, people. Because IRS is, he'll be on the lookout for you, IRS will. Iron Sheik is here. I think I just downloaded him. Jeff Jarrett, he was in my last video, but I just got a new attire and his face looks way better here. So you'll get to see him shortly. Jerry the King Lawler, I think I just downloaded. Jerry Sags. Who else? Kamala, I definitely just downloaded. I remember that because I just downloaded him today. So take a look at Kamala. Kato from the Orient Express. Very exciting tag team. They're in the early 90s in the World Wrestling Federation. Let's see what I can do with them. King Kong Bundy is here. I just downloaded Coco, Lex Luger, Marty Jannetty. I had him before, but I just downloaded a new version, new skin. And like I said, I'm pairing him up with Leif Cassidy or Al Snow. They're reforming the New Rockers. They are a heel tag team. And yes, they were a thing for those of you who didn't know. Yeah, since Shawn Michaels, I've already paired up with Diesel and Marty Jannetty's other partner at one point, which he won the tag titles with. 1-2-3 Kid, I paired him up with Bob Holly. So Marty Jannetty needed something to do. I'll also put him like in the IC title division because Marty Jannetty was the IC champ. So be on the lookout for that. The Mountie, Jacques Rougeau, he's here. Mr. Hughes, Curtis Hughes, I just downloaded him. Looks pretty awesome. Mr. Perfect. Oh, Butch Reed, just downloaded him, and this looks phenomenal. This looks just like Butch Reed. Like, whoever did this, you are amazing. I don't know why it says manager smash. That's incorrect, but Butch Reed is here. Nikolai Volkov just downloaded. Butch Reed just downloaded. One Man Gang has been there. Owen looks phenomenal. Papa Shango. Paul Orndorff, sorry. Mr. Wonderful just downloaded as well. He looks pretty cool. Paul Roma. PCO. Carl Ouellet, one half of the Quebecers, is here. Ravishing Rick. Razor Ramon. Ric Flair. So you can see the WCW World Heavyweight Championship there. And what I will be doing is, for those of you who do remember, whoever was alive and watching wrestling at the time, back in the 90s, Ric Flair jumped ship to the World Wrestling Federation, and he brought in the big gold belt, the WCW World Championship, which he owned. Like, I don't know the whole story. I think he paid for it, he bought it, whatever. He owned it. So he brought it with him to the World Wrestling Federation. And that was the belt that you were seeing on TV that was blurred out. So I'm doing that again, storyline-wise. Ric Flair is bringing the big gold belt with him to the World Wrestling Federation. Rick Martel is here. Rick Steiner's here. Ricky Morton. Not Martin, but Morton. Ricky Steamboat. Road Dogg. Jesse James teaming up with Jeff Jarrett. Road Dogg. Which I will be calling the Roadie. He's teamed up with Jeff Jarrett in my universe mode. Robert Gibson, sorry. Ron Simmons, he wasn't in the World Wrestling Federation during the early days, but I'm just putting him here anyway because, you know, I found him on Community Creations and he looks rather cool. So I may be teaming him up with the natural Butch Reed to reform Doom of some sort, but we'll find that out soon. Rugged Ronnie Garvin. Yeah, we remember him from the early WWF, the early 90s WWF days. He looks pretty awesome. Whoever made him did a phenomenal job. So Rugged Ronnie Garvin has joined my WWF Golden Era, Golden Generation, sorry. Roddy Piper's here. Samu, like I said, from the Head Shrinkers, just downloaded him. So he's reforming the Head Shrinkers with Fatu. Scott Steiner, the Steiner brothers. Sergeant Slaughter, I think I just downloaded him. Who else? The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, is here. Smash from Demolition. Stan Hansen, I just downloaded him today. Big fan of his, you know, his throwback wrestler. Love his style, and I needed him in my universe mode. Sting 91 was never in the World Wrestling Federation at all until like WWE days now, like a few years ago. But I needed to add him in here just because. Whatever. Sid is here. Tanaka of the Orient Express. Let's see. Mr. Fuji's here too. He's just not like an active competitor, but he's managing the Orient Express. Tatanka, Ted DiBiase, Terry Funk, just downloaded him, and it will be fun to use him. The Red Rooster, Terry Taylor, is here. Enhancement talent. Enhancement talent. The Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich. Yeah, the hair is pretty cool. The face is pretty interesting, but you know, the body looks like him, so I'll use him for now until someone makes a better looking Texas Tornado. Not that this one is, nothing's wrong with it, but you know, I can't make a Texas Tornado for myself, but you know, someone will like get it down to the T and have the face scan pretty awesome looking. Tito Santana re-downloaded a new skin. The face looks better. He's got a Strike Force attire that will be fun to use. Tully Blanchard has been in already. Typhoon is there. Ultimate Warrior, The Undertaker, Vader, Warlord, and the 1-2-3 Kid. So that is my roster here for WWF Golden Generation. In total, that is 102 superstars in the Golden Generation. Here are my titles. So the main belt is the World Wrestling Federation Championship, the Winged Eagle. The IC title, the Intercontinental Championship, is the secondary title. The tag team titles are, of course, the tag team titles, the most beautiful WWF tag titles of all. And then that Money in the Bank briefcase will be used for my King of the Ring, since, you know, they don't have crowns and what do you call it, scepters for like a championship. They have it like in the creations mode, but they don't have it as a championship, is what I'm trying to say. So that will be my King of the Ring thing for whoever becomes the King of the Ring during the King of the Ring tournament. If that made sense. So my shows is Monday Night Raw. My shows are Monday Night Raw on Mondays, which I just edited the logo to the old school WWF Monday Night Raw logo, and Wrestling Challenge on Saturdays, which I may change to Superstars. And our pay-per-views are very slim because, you know, of the old school WWF logo. But since it old school WWF, you know, the way they operated. Sorry, not logo. Anyway. So like I said, this is the WWF Golden Generation. So I did throw in Your House and King of the Ring to the old school lineup, which was like SummerSlam and Survivor Series and Royal Rumble and Mania. So we've got an In Your House in May. Then we've got King of the Ring in June, which, you know, King of the Ring used to take place in June back in the day. July, no pay-per-view. In August, we've got SummerSlam. Take a look at it there. September, no pay-per-view. October, no pay-per-view. November, we've got the Survivor Series. And I always try to do my Vince McMahon catchphrase, Vince McMahon, his talk, his unique talk, but I can't do it. I wish I could replicate it. Him, to me, he's like the most iconic WWF broadcast journalist, announcer, and it's because of the voice. I mean, I love Heenan and Monsoon and Ventura and Schiavone, but like McMahon is like, he sticks out to me. Just his that voice, that raspy voice, with the Survivor Series. December, no pay-per-view. In January, it's the Royal Rumble. I think I nailed it there, maybe. February, nothing, and in March, nothing. In April, we've got WrestleMania. And those are my pay-per-views. Sorry if that's annoying you, but I'm trying. I love the Vince McMahon voice, commentary, douchebag voice. Let's see what else we've got here. Let me show you my tag teams. I didn't show you guys my tag teams. Wait, before we do that, another look at the titles. So the WWF Championship, Intercontinental Championship, Tag Team Championship, and the King of the Ring. Which, of course, whoever becomes King of the Ring will target the WWF Champion. Alright, then tag teams. I'm pretty happy about this. I love seeing my tag teams. when I think about World Wrestling Federation in the 80s and the 90s, yes, Hogan comes to mind, yes, Savage comes to mind, but tag teams come to mind because that's when tag team wrestling was at its hottest. Not like today where no one gives a darn about tag team wrestling because WWF made you not give a darn about it, or WWE made you not give a darn about tag team wrestling today. But in the 80s and 90s, tag team wrestling was a thing, and we had the greatest tag teams of all time in the 80s and the 90s. So let me show you what I added to my Golden Generation Universe mode. So we've got the Brain Busters, Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard. They'll be managed by Bobby Heenan. We've got the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid, Demolition, Axe and Smash. We've got the Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman Hart, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, baby. Try to do his laugh. The Head Shrinkers, Fatu, and Samu, the Heenan family. We've got Andre the Giant, Haku, which they are my primary tag team for the Heenan family, the Colossal Connection. Don't know if you guys remember that team, but they were very briefly the World Tag Team Champions in the World Wrestling Federation, were Haku and Andre the Giant as the Colossal Connection. Then in the Heenan family, I've also got Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect, which were factual members of the Heenan family. Ric Flair came into the World Wrestling Federation, was managed by Bobby Heenan when the Heenan family was already over. And I believe it was Rude. He jumped over to WCW. Andre the Giant was like a face at the time, and he was like getting phased out of World Wrestling Federation action. Mr. Perfect was on commentary. Haku, I wasn't seeing him very much, but yeah, Ric Flair came in later and was managed by Heenan. Perfect had something to do with Flair at the time, and with Heenan. He was like a Heenan sympathizer, but Perfect also started managing Flair also. So this is my universe mode, so my Golden Generation. Ric Flair is in the Heenan family, and the Brainbusters will also be affiliated with the Heenan family as well. We've got Jeff Jarrett and the Roadie. They will be singing With My Baby Tonight. Kid and Holly, for those of you who don't remember, Bob Sparkplug Holly and the 1-2-3 Kid were World Tag Team Champions in the World Wrestling Federation. I remember Vince McMahon just calling it the Cinderella story because they were like the underdogs and no one expected them to win the titles. And I don't know if that was like officially their name, the Cinderella team, the Cinderella story, whatever. So that's why I didn't call them that. But I just remember Vince McMahon always saying the Cinderella story or the Cinderella team, whatever. The guys who were not supposed to win the World Tag titles, they won it. And they were actually a pretty cool team. I like seeing them together. In all actuality, 1-2-3 Kid Sean Waltman is a great wrestler. Bob Holly, excuse me, is a great wrestler. They should have been tag champs. Should have had the belts longer, but you know, whatever. Money Inc., former World Tag Team Champs together. We've got Ted DiBiase and IRS. Pay your taxes. It's tax season. Nasty Boys, Brian Knobbs, Jerry Sags, The Natural Disasters, Earthquake and Typhoid, Typhoon. The Shockmaster, the New Rockers. Like I said, we've got Marty Jannetty and Leif Cassidy, aka Al Snow. They are a heel tag team, BTW. The Orient Express, like I said, Mr. Fuji is with them. That's Kato and Tanaka, the Orient Express. The Patriots, not sure if this was like their original name when they were teaming up, Hacksaw and Sergeant Slaughter, but I just call them the Patriots because they're representing the United States of America. And they're a face tag team, so let me just call them the Patriots, please. Power and Glory. Now, I loved Hercules and Paul Roma teaming up. I don't know about you guys, but I went wild when Roma and Hercules became a team because look at how cool they look with the glasses and those cut-off shirts. Power and Glory, too. That's like an awesome name. Like, I love that name. And their finisher, oh my god, the suplex off the top rope and Paul Roma coming off the top with that body splash, that was like awesome for the time. I was more of a heel fan. Like the only face that I ever loved was Bret Hart. I wasn't a Hogan fan, or I wasn't a Savage fan, or an Ultimate Warrior fan. I loved the heels. The only face that I ever loved was Bret Hart. Period. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. But heels like this, like Power and Glory, they were like over the top to me. Like this was like, I wanted these dudes to become tag champs, but you know, history had other plans. The Powers of Pain, Barbarian and Warlord, they're here and they are a heel tag team, not the face version. the Quebecers. We've got the Mountie, Jacques Rougeau, and PCO. They are teaming up once again, hopefully to win the World Tag Titles again. We got Dusty Rhodes and Murdoch. They've been tag champs together. They've teamed up plenty of times, so that's why I've paired them together. Rhythm and Blues, the Honky Tonk Man, and Greg the Hammer Valentine, alongside Jimmy Hart as their manager. So I don't have Greg Valentine with his black hair. That was his, style during the Rhythm and Blues days, because I don't want to download and waste the space on an alternate attire when I can just be downloading so many other cool dudes from community creation. So that's why I don't have black-haired Greg Valentine. Sorry about that. The Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, the Rock and Roll Express, Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik, the Steiner Brothers, the Twin Towers, for those of you who don't remember, Bossman and Akeem, sorry, not Hakeem, but Akeem. Bossman and Akeem were the Twin Towers. They were a heel tag team managed by Slick. I do have the Akeem attire, but I'm just going to try out One Man Gang with Bossman, which, for those of you who don't know, One Man Gang was Akeem. Akeem was One Man Gang. So, still heels, Twin Towers, but just I'm using Akeem under his One Man Gang gimmick, and he's teaming with the Bossman. Two dudes with attitude, Shawn Michaels and Big Daddy Cool Diesel, former tag team champs. So I have them as faces. Not sure if I want to turn them heel yet, but I'll let you guys know. And those are all my tag teams for my WWF Golden Generation Universe mode. And I'm pretty excited. Like, look at this. I mean, what's not to get excited about? Just looking at these teams alone brings back so many memories, beautiful memories of the 80s and the 90s. And, Kid and Holly, look at Jeff Jarrett and Rhodey. We got the Heenan family, the Head Shrinkers, the Hart Foundation, Demolition, the Bulldogs. My God. It's going to be fun when I actually start playing. Oh, yeah. Main event. Look at that. From Monday Night Raw. Hogan versus Savage. So I still have to crown my champions. They aren't crowned just yet. I still have to do that. So I will begin playing very shortly, and we can crown the champions together. Should be interesting to see who's gonna win. What pay-per-view is coming up? Take a look at the calendar. Oh, we've got In Your House coming up. Should we crown the champion at In Your House? I will think about it and decide it. We will definitely be crowning the King of the Ring here at King of the Ring. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm going to begin playing very shortly because I'm actually antsy to start playing. So I'll let you guys know. I'll be uploading a video very soon. So like I said, I'm on Twitch now. Please follow me on Twitch. Support me on Twitch, please. I'll greatly appreciate it. That would be awesome. Trying to grow my community on Twitch the way I've grown my community here on YouTube. Thank you guys for that, for your loyalty. You're awesome. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching my video. My WWF Golden Generation Universe mode is, like 95% complete. I still have some other dudes I want to download, but the belts are set, the pay-per-views are set, and yeah, it's gonna happen, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Chris Braverman, and visit my website chrisbraverman.com for more. See you next time.